Hello, I'm Laura Wall. I'm going to tell you a little story and then I'm going to teach you an abundance ritual. Here recently, I was planning a trip to Costa Rica, and as of 2 weeks out, I did not have my passport in my hand. It was in the process of being renewed, and every time I would check the website, it would say processing, which wasn't really the message I was looking for. I was ready to have it, and I was a little nervous about it getting to me in time. So I reached out to the Office of Passport Renewal, didn't get a lot of response there. I reached out to my congressional office and they said they were going to work on my case, but I still was a little worried, a little concerned. And so I was talking with a friend about something else and I pulled out this book. It's called The Art of Sacred Smoke. I'm going to hold it up here. And when I was reading some of it to her, the page opened to an abundance ritual. So I thought to myself, why not? This could only help with what I am trying to attract, which was getting my passport in my hand so that I could travel in time. I started the abundance ritual, and on day 2, when I checked the website, it said, instead of processing, it said my passport was shipped. My mind was a little blown, so I thought, well, let me keep going because I'm not sure if it's going to show up on time because I have to trust the mail. This ritual is actually encouraged for you to do it 44 days, so I decided to keep going. On day 5 of my doing this abundance ritual, I received a notification at 11:11 a.m. on a Sunday that my passport had been delivered and it was in my mailbox. Again, I was over the moon excited, very, very surprised that it was all working. And so it really encouraged me to keep going with this abundance ritual and trust that I was attracting exactly what I wanted in my life. And the passport arrived 4 days before I was going to fly out to Costa Rica. As I was packing for Costa Rica, I decided to continue with the ritual, and I packed up a few little items, supplies for this ritual so I could continue it. And I did it on Friday, the day that I flew out. And I had a travel companion and she happened to notice me doing this. So the next day I invited her to join me. And what I found is doing a ritual on your own, again, with a very clear intention is super powerful. But if you can have others join in with you, the power of your collective intention, your collective energy, it magnifies that message out to the universe. And it's a lot more fun when you do it with others. Here's my wonderful travel buddy, Rhonda Lynn. We created an altar with things that we had from our purse, as well as things from nature, flowers. We added coins, and Rhonda Lynn had some gorgeous flutes, so she added in some special energy, a beautiful song to call in the abundance. Once I got to Costa Rica, I decided to continue with the ritual and occasionally inviting other people who were at the yoga retreat in Costa Rica to join me. Each morning we sat out on this little porch. Our backdrop was the sunrise over the Pacific Ocean, the jungle. And each morning I would ask the jungle if it would supply me with what was ever needed for us to build out our altar. And so we would put leaves and flowers as well as other token items that were important to us on the altar. And each day the altar changed, the group of people changed, our intentions changed, but it was an amazing, beautiful ritual every single day. Every day we built out our altar using Lakshmi as the centerpiece. And then we added different things that we had with us. So we might have picked up shells, or we found leaves. We might have found a stone or brought something from home. We, of course, put money on the altar, Costa Rican coins, as well as our own dollars. We put jewelry, anything that felt like it was of value or it signified wealth and abundance. We also all wanted to bring in more travel in our lives, so we added our
passports on there. You can see them on the corners, and some people wanted to bring in things like creativity, so they put colored markers on there, or they wanted to bring in more writing, so they added their journal. Really anything was game for the altar. Just again, you choose what it signifies and you add it to your altar. You're the one that's making the meaning. And as you can see, we had a lot of fun building these out with beautiful flowers, local offerings from the jungle. Every day a new creation, and that was part of the fun.
Now I'm going to teach you how to do this abundance ritual for yourself. First and foremost, I want to encourage you to realize that this ritual is a recipe. And just like any recipe, this is my recipe. This is what works best for me. It may not work best for you. So I want to encourage you to adjust it, to add elements that make it feel more meaningful to you, or leave out some of the elements that don't seem to resonate. Again, the most important thing is that your intention is clear and that you are inviting in abundance of all forms into your life. Pause the video here and gather up these items. Step one of the ritual is expressing gratitude. So if you're doing this with a group of people, you might just be saying, I'm grateful you showed up, I'm grateful you're here, I'm grateful you're doing this with me. If you're doing this alone, it's really great to grab your journal and just write down 2 or 3 things. If you can, say them out loud. I'm grateful that I woke up full of energy. I'm grateful that my foot is feeling better. Whatever it may be. When we express gratitude, either through writing or out loud or even internally, it changes our vibration and it puts us in the vibration of reception, of being able to receive. Step 2, you're going to sit at your altar and you're going to build your altar out of items that are meaningful to you. Usually you want to have things that represent what you are intending to attract into your life. So when I was trying to attract my passport to me, I had the extra passport photo on my altar, and I had some different little tokens from Costa Rica, such as shells and a little map of an area in Costa Rica, because I was wanting to attract the passport as well as that trip to me. I also sometimes will put special crystals. This is labradorite, and this is a crystal that attracts abundance. This is a representative of abundance. This other one is also a crystal of abundance. It's adventuring. But again, use what crystals are familiar to you or other talisman or tokens that are meaningful to you. One more thing to add to our altar is Lakshmi. Lakshmi is a Hindu goddess. She is the goddess of abundance, of beauty, and abundance means all types of things. So that could be opportunities, ideas, inspiration, as well as financial wealth. So I'm going to put this picture here in the video. You can screenshot it and put it on your phone so you can add it to your altar. Or maybe you can find another picture of her to add to your altar. And so we're going to be doing a chant that's in Sanskrit. And as you do that, we will be focusing on our gorgeous goddess Lakshmi. Step 3, you want to set this area, wherever you're sitting, hopefully it's a nice quiet space, as sacred space. And so when I do that, what I like to do is I just say a very quiet prayer, inviting in all the deities that are familiar to me, and they may be different for you, but I'll share my version. And then again, it's a recipe, so adjust it for what works for you. I usually say, I am inviting in my A-team, my angels, my guardian angels, the ancestors, the ancient ones, the ascended masters, any and only beings of light, all of those that are here to support my soul's growth, the elevation of the vibration of the planet, and the evolution of humanity. So be it, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, maybe you want to invite in the animal spirits of the earth, maybe you want to invite in the cardinal directions or the elements like earth, wind, and fire. You can adjust this part of the recipe as it feels good to you. Step 4, you want to declare your intention. So that could be an intention for today, for the week, for the month, for the year. When I was announcing my intention for my trip to Costa Rica, I would say, it is my intention to attract my passport to me as quickly and as easily as possible, and for my trip to Costa Rica to be full of ease and joy. So when I announce my intention, the other thing I like to do is light a candle, and this candle happens to be one that has fragrances that are related to abundance. Step 5, I read this prayer. And again, I will put this in the video so you can screenshot it and save it on your phone so you can read it for yourself. I've got it written here below me, so as I look down, you'll hear me read the prayer out loud. It starts off, Divine Beloved, allow me to give with complete ease and abundance. Let me be an easy and open conduit for your prosperity. Let me trust that all of my own needs are met in amazing ways, and it is safe to give freely as my heart guides. And equally, please let me feel wildly open to receiving. May I know my own value, my own beauty, and my own worthiness without question. Let me allow others the supreme pleasure of giving to me. May I feel worthy to receive in every possible way. Change me into one who can be full of love, forgive, and accept myself, so that I may carry your light freely. Let everything that needs to go, go. Let everything that needs to come, come. I am utterly your own. You are me. I am you. We are one. All is well. Step 6 is using a sacred aroma. The book, it's called The Art of Sacred Smoke, so of course they recommend using smoke for the aroma. So you could use a sage bundle. They're encouraging you to add some different things to that as you burn it, including the fragrance of cinnamon. So that could be sprinkling a little cinnamon on it. Cinnamon, when we inhale that, it changes our frequency to that of being receptive to abundance. Great, right? The other things they encourage you to add to the bundle are jasmine. Jasmine is a fragrance that is a natural attractor. And then the other thing is saffron. And saffron is a beautiful flower that is hand-picked, and the centers of it are pulled out and they're made into a very, very expensive spice. So again, by adding that to the sacred smoke, it again signals to the universe this opulence, this ability to hold and enjoy abundance. Now, I like to use something instead of the sacred smoke. I'm an essential oil user, so I like to use the fragrance of this blend, which happens to be called Abundance. So it's a blend of several different essential oils, including cinnamon. And then I add a little bit of another essential oil, jasmine, to it. And I put a little on my hands, take a nice little inhale as part of this ritual. For step 7 of this ritual, we're going to be chanting a mantra. So one of the things that would be helpful during this step is if you have a mala. A mala is a very special necklace. It's got 108 beads. Sometimes these are brought back from sacred spaces such as Bali. A friend brought this back to me from Bali. And again, this necklace can be used to count off each one of the times that you're chanting. So if you don't have a mala, you certainly can use little tick marks on a sheet of paper, but we're going to be chanting this mantra 108 times. The mantra is Om Shrim Maha Lakshmi Ya Swaha. I'll include a picture here so you can screenshot it. And again, intention is the most important part of this. A good friend of mine, Kim, says, fake it until you make it. So as you are beginning this chant at the beginning, it's going to be a little rusty. You may find that you're missing words or you're saying the words wrong. Just keep going. It'll be slow to start, and as you learn it, it'll roll off your tongue a lot more easily, and you'll be able to chant a little bit faster. So again, you'll be chanting Om Shreem Maha Lakshmi Ya Swaha 108 times. And I'm going to include a little audio snippet here so you can hear what it sounds like.
Om Shreem Maha Lakshmi Ya Swaha. Om Shreem Maha Lakshmi Ya Swaha.
Step number 8 is you're going to, once you're done with chanting 108 times, you're going to sit in silent meditation. You can do this with your eyes open or eyes closed. And what I like to do is I like to sit in the energy that I've created. Sometimes I'll feel a little vibration, I'll feel a little body buzz, and I'll close my eyes. I like to hold in my mind my intention of what I'm trying to attract, as well as I hold the vision and the emotions of what I am wanting, wishing for to come to me. So when I was working on my passport, I would hold in my mind the idea of that passport being in my hand, the sound of the new booklet kind of cracking when I open it, the smell of that plasticized leather, as well as I would hold the vision in my mind of walking through customs at Costa Rica and handing them my passport, holding in my mind the beautiful images of Costa Rica, all of the gorgeous colors, as well as the emotions of if and when my passport arrived, what that would feel like, which I know I would feel elated, and I did. So again, practicing the emotions of what it feels like to have that abundance come to you while you're sitting in silent meditation. Step 9 is to release the sacred space. So just as you invited in the beings, deities that are most familiar to you, this is when we want to thank them and send them on their way. So usually my little prayer sounds something like this. I release you, my A-team. Thank you so much for joining me with your protection, support, and love. I release you. So step 10 is rinse and repeat. So you will do this ritual for 44 days. And so far I have completed 23 days, including doing this ritual while I was traveling. And again, like I said, that was super, super fun. So if you start doing this ritual and it feels fun to you, please drop me a note. Or if you need some support and you want others to join you in doing this ritual, let me know. I'd love to support you in doing the abundance ritual. Again, I'm Laura Wall, and I'm sending you big, giant blessings and lots of energy and love for your abundance ritual.